With 50,000 watts of power, you're listening to KLOK, San Jose, San Francisco, and Oakland. The most powerful Lazy radio station in America. A Universal Media Access-owned radio station.
Beerables Inc. is an e-solutions company that provides custom web design, web application development, and internet marketing services to individuals and businesses. They can build powerful e-commerce sites, mobile apps, develop content, and market you on social media. They can help manage your brand's reputation and provide rock-solid customer support. Call today at 1-800-651-6091 or email us at info@beerables.com for a free consultation today. Again, the number is 1-800-651-6091.
And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shaw Pirelli for the Shaw Pirelli Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shaw Pirelli Law Show, where all your views matter.
Namaskar to all the listeners. This is attorney Shaw Pirelli for the Shaw Pirelli Law Show. Today we are live. It's April 27, 2017, and of course we have so many things to discuss. And today I have Chris on the board with me. Welcome, Chris. Thank you so much for being there. And anything I'm going to tell you today is my opinion. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. Again, the number to our office, 510-742-5887. If you want to check our website, attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com. And of course, we will be opening the line. The number to the studio, 408-912-5565. 408-912-5565. Feel free to call and ask your questions. We will talk about different issues related to immigration and, of course, employment-based, H-1Bs, you name it. First of all, to start H-1B now, we are starting to get the results of the lottery. We have already received a bunch of those cases which were already picked up. Just to let you know, being picked up in the lottery doesn't mean you are approved on the H-1B. So as such, you need to just follow up with your employer to make sure that everything is done properly, including you might see a bunch of RFEs coming. So I will recommend that you go ahead and you make sure that things are being done properly, so that there is no, especially after sacrificing to be in the lottery, you don't want to basically get denied at a later stage. And of course, so many things right now happening on immigration. Everybody is asking questions about H-1B. Are there going to be any changes? And there is a fear that there will be some changes coming to executive order, but so far we have not really seen anything. So from there, you can go ahead and pretty much kind of make a guess what we are going to expect. But the truth is, I think it's not going to be a lot of changes. They are just going to get more and more strict, which they're already doing, and to create a chilling effect on many companies to hire H-1B, and we're already seeing it. I'm getting a lot of calls, for example, from people working with big companies. They want a second opinion because the attorneys are not answering their questions, and that's what I've been doing pretty much in the past few months now, basically giving second opinion. And feel free to call us if you want a consultation for a second opinion in your case, 510-742-5887. So Chris, the lines are open. You can call 408-912-5565. The lines are open, like I said, 408-912-5565. So ladies and gentlemen, today we have a lot of things, of course, to discuss, but there are so many things that are not really does not really affect us in a negative way. For one, we have the courts, which has actually kind of sided with the cities where President Trump wanted to punish sanctuary jurisdictions like Santa Clara and San Francisco, and they succeeded in court to basically saying that they cannot withhold their federal money just based on that. But now let's see if this will go to a higher level, and but that's a good news probably for a lot of those cities who where many people who are undocumented live in, and they don't want to be having the police force be focused on going after undocumented workers when there are other issues they have to handle. So this is another news that is kind of really it's a good news because it means that if there are lawsuits, things can be changed, and that's really helpful. And today again, ladies and gentlemen, I am. Let me take one call and then we'll continue on that topic. This is Shabra. You're live in here.
Hi, Shah. I have a question regarding H4EAD. I applied
Yes.
my H4EAD 2 months ago, and I did not
Mm.
see any move in the status. Do
Mm.
you think it's gonna take longer time because of this H1B processing? I'll take answer offline. Thank you.
Okay. No problem. Well, before I don't know if you're still there, but I wanted to know if you applied for the H4 and H4EAD together. If you applied for just the H4EAD, then 2 months is kind of long, but it's taking a little bit longer now, around 80 days to get the EAD purely. But if you're doing H4 and H4EAD, it can take up to 100 days to get done because it's true. There is a situation right now where they have a limited number of people working on all the cases, including H1, and that definitely cause other issues. That means also H4 getting delayed. As you know, President Trump has not really hired anybody in the administrative part of the Department of Homeland Security. Mostly they hired people with ICE for enforcement. That means basically the entire department is stretched thin, which is causing delays, and that's one of the reasons they actually cancel premiums. So people have to be a little bit patient right now. It's not happening only for one person; it's happening for a lot. But the average time for just the EAD is around 70 days to 80 days, and the average time for H4 and H4 EAD, if you are doing both concurrently, is around 100 days. So you need to bear with them a little bit. So I don't know, Chris, we have more callers. So feel free to call 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565, and we are live today, and we are April 27, 2017, and we are talking, of course, about immigration and issues related to immigration. And for those who want to get into more details, also especially about EB1, I think many people are taking their chance on that, and we're getting a lot of approvals. We're very proud of that. So please feel free to call us if you need help with the EB1 or even National Interest Waiver. I think I have another caller, Chris. Let me take the other caller. This is Sharpra. You're live on here.
Hey, Shah, I have a question on supplement J. So let's say earlier we used to have that under AC-21, somebody wants to move to a different company for the after filing 485. So they just used to move to a different company, and they used to file a letter to the USCIS saying that there's a move to a different job, and the same job responsibilities, right? But that was a very loose one, wherein that some people used to file it, some people never used to file it, but in the end, they used to get an RFE, and that time they used to submit saying that, okay, I'm in this company, and then this is how the same responsibilities are there. But now there is a supplement J is coming up, so I just want to know what is that really? Is it like mandatory to file it or not?
Well, it is. The thing is just like what they have done under the supplement J is basically codifying kind of the AC-21, make it more standard, but the content is still the same, the rules still the same, and some people will just wait for the RFE, then they will file it, or you can file it at the outset. But at this point, the content is pretty much the same because it's still AC21 rules, same or similar position in 180 days. Okay?
Okay, it's not really the mandatory that okay you have to file it or something like that, right? I mean, just a quick thing.
Well, it is not mandatory, but then they will come back to you if you're it's a long time, and they might
Okay.
request it. So you might want to file it just to be on the safe side. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Okay. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Sharp, right? You're live on air. Hello.
Hi, sir. I have a question
Hi.
regarding the H4 EAD. I
Yes,
was
sir.
in company A and applied for my wife's H4 EAD once I got my I-140 approved. Now I moved to company B and I didn't do anything regarding my wife's H4 EAD. So it's going to expire soon. So what should I do? Should I go ahead just apply for her extension? Should I need to provide a new I-140 approval or I don't know about the process here.
Okay. What do you mean you didn't do anything? When you
I mean,
moved to the other company, did you file an H4 extension for your wife?
no, I didn't apply for H4 extension.
Okay, that's kind of dangerous because I'll
I
tell
mean,
you why.
because she still had a valid H4 EAD. Still, she has a valid H4
Yeah,
EAD. That's the reason
EAD has no value if the H4 dies. The EAD doesn't hold on itself. There's no H4 EAD is just a name. The EAD is a derivative of the H4. So when you transfer from one company to another, I recommend filing also the extension for the H4. The reason for that, if company A where you're moving from cancel the H1, that means she's out of status. That means the EAD also is gone.
I think I will cut what I said. She has an H4 with my new company under a new company. So she has H4 with a new company, but I just worried about H4 EAD. I'm not
The
sure.
EAD part you are doing. Yeah, you can just file an extension. You should file it quickly, and it will give her 180 days. As soon as you get the receipt, it will say on that she can continue working for 180 days until they give her the new EAD. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good luck to you. I'm sorry. I thought it was the other part that was not filed. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're 11 here. Okay, I think I lost the caller. So, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to call. Sometimes we have calls dropping. The number to call to the studio today is 408-912-5565. And if you want to do a private consultation, feel free to call our office at 510-742-5887. Now, we were talking a little bit about the H1Bs, and we got some good questions on AC21. The truth is, like right now, there are a lot of things going on. Well, I don't have to tell you about that because you can hear the stories happening like on a daily basis. Unfortunately, people are very confused and very scared. Actually, I was interviewed by ABC, I think, last week, and the same question they were asking me, what do you think is happening? But the truth is that it's a lot of fear that is controlling the situation right now. And there are reasons to be fearful, but at the same time, the law on H1B has not really changed. All they have done, they have made the application of the H1B more difficult. But we are seeing a lot of things that we have not seen before. For example, I'm seeing RFEs and, not cases we filed, but on cases that were filed by some other attorneys where they're questioning completely the job itself as a specialty occupation, which is not really the way it works for a green card I-140. Usually the biggest question we get on I-140 is usually the ability to pay. And now we are seeing situations where they're questioning heavily not only on the ability to pay, but the entire profession itself. Was it a specialty occupation? Was it proof that you were working for the client, etc., etc., which is not the usual things that we get, but it's coming, so be ready for that. And also other things that we are seeing, a lot of people are panicking because there's no premium processing. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit over that premium processing issue. The premium processing issue is a big thing because especially for people who lost their jobs. Technically, under the new rules, there is a grace period under 60 days. But having said that, oftentimes people get a little bit worried because if they don't file a transfer within the 60 days, That means they can still file what we call a new employment cap exam, but they have to do consular processing. That means they have to leave the country and come back to get what we call the I-94. Now the problem is, until the case is approved, you will not be able to pretty much leave and come back. Well, you can leave, but you cannot come back. And if you have to do stamping, it becomes worse. Now, the next problem that happens in this situation, if you have to wait around 6 months, which is the normal time to wait for an H-1B to be approved, guess what? You will not be able to keep the job, which will not give you H-1B. So we are in a situation of chicken and or the egg, which one comes first, and a vicious circle. So let me take another caller, Chris. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah. Thank you for taking my call.
Hi.
This is Deepak
You're welcome,
from Fremont.
Hi, Deepak.
I recently got the H4 and H1 extension approved, and I'm trying to file a H4 EAD for my wife, and I want to know what is the processing center to select. So can I send it to any processing center, or it has to be the same one that the H1 and H4 is approved?
I don't have it at the top of my head because the H4 EAD is sent to a different processing center. Why did you not file the H4 EAD together with the H4 extension? Was your I-140 not approved yet?
My I-140 was pending when I applied for H4 extension. So.
Okay. I have to double check on that, but I don't have it at the top of my head because most of the cases I'm doing we are sending to H4 EAD. But yeah, you can send it to the same processing center, but I have to check. I don't have it right now at the top of my head. Give me a call at the office, 510-742-5887. I'll double check with the team and I'll let you know. Okay?
Sure, definitely.
Okay?
Thank you. That helps.
Good luck to you. I think I have another caller, right? Please, this is Shapra. You're live in here. Okay, I think
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Can I ask my question?
Yeah, go ahead. Feel free. You're live.
Okay. So my question is about student visa, F1. And my brother is applying for F1 visa in India. He got an admission. He has his I-20. So I was asking for a suggestion. What is the right thing to do? As an older sibling, should I show my support, or I should withhold it, or what will be best, way to go about it for him to be approved, to have the visa officer give him the F1 stamp?
So you mean you want to support him, or you want to know if he should get his own support from you?
Right. So if me supporting him will hinder his chance, or will if he gets his own student loan from India and he comes to study here, will that be better for him? What will be the right
it's always good. It's always good to have your own money, because then it's an incentive for the government that the money coming from outside. But from my experience, both ways can be good and bad. From a logistical view, having your own money coming here, as long as you can prove the money is there, then it shows
he will
that
have
you're
to
bringing
take a loan. That's the. I mean, he has been working, but
then you don't have to. If he has to go,
support him.
yeah, if he has to take a loan, then you might want to put yourself as a sponsor. Okay.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, because
and any other
then putting
paperwork,
the loan, etc. Yeah. Go ahead.
Will anything else help him? Is anything he can check somewhere, on a website or something, the things that he can show that will show that he has intention of returning back?
Unfortunately, there are three things that are important in a student visa. Number one, if you have the ability to, you have the way, you have the support and the means to pay. Number two, you have to the school. If the school has a good reputation, it's a good school. And number three, you have to prove that you have the intent to return back under INA 214B. So if he has any kind of jobs or any kind of property, I would recommend bringing the proof with him. But apart from that, there's nothing much you can do. The only thing you can help him with is basically making sure he brings all those documents and he goes to a good school.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I really appreciate
Good luck.
your suggestion.
Good luck
Thank
to
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. I don't know if I have more callers. This is Shabra. You live in here? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for sometimes we get two calls at the same time and one drops. So, I keep asking because I don't look at the board all the time. So, I need to make sure that nobody is being missed. So, I was talking about issues now related to the premium processing, which is becoming a major problem for people who want to move to another company, and also people who lost their job and want to move to another company. Like I said, the first 60 days, if you do a transfer, you are eligible for it. That means the day you file it, you're technically eligible to start working under under AC 21 Section 105, if I'm not mistaken, Section 105A. But for those who pass that 6 days, they have to basically do a consular processing. That means it's kind of the same process as a transfer, except it's not a transfer. Then you will request what we call a new employment cap exam and consular processing. That means you have to leave the country, come back to get the I-94, and if you don't stamp, you have to go for stamping. And under this rule, you are not eligible to start working basically on day one when you file it. Now, many lawyers what they have tried is to file it under transfer, because even if sometimes you file under transfer, they don't approve the transfer, which is basically the extension of status. They still approve the movement from one company to another, and ultimately the person can continue working. But that's pretty much a strategic kind of approach, and the attorney will have to kind of assess it before they make a decision. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, for those who just joined in, this is Attorney Shaparali. We're live right now from KLOK 1170 Studios. The number is April 27, so Thursday, April 27, and we are live. And if you're hearing this show another day, that means a recorded show. So for those who want to call, you feel free to call. We are live today, 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. And we are talking about issues related now to H-1Bs and also issues related to I-140s. Like I was mentioning, there are many issues coming up. But let me take the next caller, then we'll talk about that. This is Shapra. You're live in here. Hello.
Regarding green card, so I read somewhere that I'm a green card holder. Don't we need to carry green card all the time? I read it somewhere.
Technically, yes, but most people don't, because that's why they make it that size to put it in your wallet. In America, nobody really stopped people and asked for their green card, but they have done that in some states. States like Arizona have done it, and it kind of backfired on them. But yeah, in principle, you're supposed to carry it on you, but no, most people don't. So the truth is, the rule is not really rigidly applied, but depending on the state where you're traveling. For example, if you're traveling in Arizona, some of the states where they are really strict, I would recommend carrying your green card. But many states don't.
We are not traveling. I'm from California. I'm not traveling. Do I still need to carry it?
Well, like I said, technically you're supposed to, but California, nothing happens because the police doesn't go after people who don't carry their green card, and there's no real penalty for it. Okay. But even in other states.
And it's not the copy of the green card; it's actual green card we need to carry. We can't do the green card, right?
You're not allowed to do a color copy of it, although I know people do it, but you're not allowed to do that. But you can photocopy it for immigration purposes, but carrying a photocopy is not. Anyway, most people don't carry it, so photocopy or not, it's not necessary. But if you're traveling, then carry it. But the photocopy really doesn't have any value. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Good luck to you. That's a good question. I don't think I ever got that question. Let me take another caller, Chris. This is Shapra. You're live in here.
Hi, good morning. I have a follow-up question about the documents you need to carry on if you are H-1B, and do you need to carry any documents with you to prove your status?
What do you mean, when you're walking on the street or you're traveling?
Like if you are walking or driving or anything like that, do you have to carry anything with you to prove your status if you're stopped by any cops?
Well, this is the thing. Technically, by law, police, or not by law, depending on the state, police will not enforce immigration law. That's why we're having all those lawsuits. Like California, they don't go after that. But if you're an H-1B, you're traveling in states where they're very kind of anti-immigration. I would recommend carrying your approved 797 with the I-94. But it's not really necessary because even they pick you up, you can always have someone give a copy to them. But if you want to be on the safe side, it's good to carry a photocopy of the I-94. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck to you. So, Chris, I think I have. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are quick questions now. As you can notice, it's becoming more and more. It's fear kind of kicking in, unfortunately, because of all the situations going on. People are worried, walking on the street, will they get arrested? And yeah, there's a possibility if Trump continues on his path that we will see people getting just picked up like they were doing in Arizona after they passed AB, I think the 1040 or something like that back in 2010. And it might be spread all over some of the states out there. Now the question is, do you have to carry? Well, the rules are basically you're supposed to carry the green card. As for the H-1B, the I-94 copy, you're supposed to carry it. But at the end of the day, most people don't, and they cannot really punish you for not carrying it. They might kind of give you a warning or something, but it's good to carry just to avoid any kind of conflict. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live in here.
Hi, Mr. Shah.
Hello.
Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome, sir.
The question I have here is I have an I-140 approved with my previous employer, which continues to stay valid.
Yes.
And I'm with the current employer, would the new employer be able to still extend my H-1B based on my I-140 approved with the previous employer?
Yes. Under AC-21 rules, the rule just require either a pending labor 365 days or an approved I-140. That means you can use an I-140 from company A to extend your H-1B with company B. The only thing is that if in case, which now cannot really happen, sometimes people are filing for extension and suddenly they find out that their I-140 has already been cancelled. But as long as the I-140 is alive, you can file the extension even if you're working for company B and the I-140 is for company A. Okay? All right?
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Shah.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live in air.
Hi, Shah. I have a question regarding H4 EAD.
Yes, sir.
My wife, she was on H1, right now she converted to H4, and then we applied for H4 EAD. She got that, and I wanted to know, how long can she be on H4? I recently heard that there was some rule changes that happened in January that says that we are cap exempt forever until she utilizes all the 6 years. Is that can she go back to H1 right after maybe 5 years from now? Is that good?
What do you mean your cap exempt forever? I didn't get that.
So once she was already on H1 for a while, and then converted to H4, right? So
yes,
she can go back to H1 at any time in the future, right? She still has 3 more years left. Is that
okay? Right? Yes. Not any time. Within 6 years after the last time she used it, she can claim it back. Okay, she can claim
right.
that 2 years.
Oh, yeah. I thought there was some rule changes that happened in January of 2007 this year that says that she can go back at any time in future. Once she is capped, she can right?
Yeah, I have not really dissected that rule, but as far as I know, they have always capped it to six years from the date you stop using it. But I have to double check on that. But the truth is that rule of 6 years was not even a rule. It's just something that they accepted. So technically, I tell people to be on the safe side, stick to 6 years if you want to claim it back. Unless you have an I-140 approved for her, then there's no problem.
Oh, okay. Got it. Thank you, Shah.
Good luck to you. Good luck. And this is Chaparral. You are live on air. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry, I'm not seeing the board, so I don't know when people are calling. So feel free to call us 408-912-5565. We'll have Amit, I think, in 10-15 minutes. So in the meantime, we can still take some callers. Just to let people know, a lot of people are calling because they are fearful and they don't know what's happening. In fact, I was reading an article. It seems like a lot of people from here are applying to go back to India and applying for jobs there, and they have seen an increase in tenfold of applications, people wanting to move back. And I understand their position, but the truth is that there's a lot of panic when you need to be kind of make sure you know all your avenues before you leave, and talk to a good lawyer. And you can call us if you want a second opinion, 510-742-5887. Just don't move in a rush or do anything in a rush, okay? Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're on air.
Hi, Shah. This is Vikas. So I have a question. So my wife is currently working on H4 EAD, but we were having H1B approved in 2010, but she never was on H1B status. So is it like that petition we can use anytime, or only it's valid from 2010 to 2016?
Well, there are two things in your case. Number one is technically, if she doesn't claim it to the 2016, you might have an issue. But number two, you might have a bigger issue because she never, unless she's working for the same company which filed the H1B, they might question heavily the original H1B. So it all depends on her situation. But if the H1B is a counselor processing H1B, then until you make it kick into consular processing, or you do a transfer or an amendment from consular processing to change of status, she won't be able to claim it. But yeah, technically in the next 6 years she needs to claim it. But then someone was mentioning the rule, which I'm not really aware of, that they can go beyond that. But if she has an I-140, then this issue is not there. But at this point, we'll stick to the 6 years. So if she wants to claim it within 6 years, just to be on the safe side. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Good luck to you. So I don't know if we have more callers, Chris, but this is Attorney Chaparral. We're live on air, and we are talking, of course, so we have a few callers. Let me take another caller. This is Chaparral. Hello?
Hello, Shaba. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I have a question regarding job change on I-485 pending.
Mm-hmm.
So my 485 is pending more than 6 months. So is it safe to change the job that would not affect the green card or any other impact?
It is safe if you make sure you're doing two things which are important. Number one, 180 days has passed, which you told me is done. And number two, you're moving to a same or similar position. And there's no real way to tell you if you're in a same or similar position until we look at the new job offer and the old job offer and compare them.
Okay. So I also, my employer, if I-140 revoked, then would that be an impact for 485 as well?
No, they cannot revoke the I-140 after 180 days. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't belong to them anymore. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Thanks, sir.
Okay, good luck to you. I think I have one more caller. This is Shapra. You have an ear?
Hi, Shah. Shah, I
Hi.
have a question regarding converting the counselor processing to cards, actually. How much it costs and how long usually it takes, and is it okay to do the counselor to change of status? Is there any known issues with that?
Okay, let me get it right. So you are in some status and you have an H1B, or what do you have for counselor processing?
H1B, yeah.
Hello? Okay. So, and how about what status are you in right now? H4, H1, B1, what is this? Which one are you in?
They're L1.
Oh, L1. Okay, no, there's no problem. What you need to do is amend the H1B if you're working for the same company. Or what you can do, you can if it is a new company, you have to do a transfer to H1 and claim the basically the cap exemption. Having said that, unfortunately for L1, if you're since there's no premium, and if you file for that for an amendment or even for a transfer, it will take like 5-6 months, and until it's approved, you're gonna start working. So that's the only glitch. But no, it's not difficult, and I think the fee is like $400 or something. I don't remember all those fees in my head, but it's well, I'm sorry. If you're moving to H1, the fee is going to be like an H1, like filing for an H1. So the process is doing the H1, but this time you're basically asking for an amendment or a transfer. So it's the regular fee of the H1. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about change of status to H4. Okay?
Okay, fine. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Good luck to you. So just check the fees for H1. It will be the same. Let me take another caller. Okay, we don't have more callers right now, so I'm going to also discuss about some other issues which are very related to our community right now. One of them is that people took a lot of debts and loans and credit cards, and now with all the upside down going on with H1Bs or other situation, even people who are citizens, they end up by seeing themselves in a huge debt and have no more income to pay for it. But they still have some savings. They don't want to be filing bankruptcy or something like that. So what we can do, we can negotiate those debts and reduce it to a fraction of its value. For example, maybe $10,000, we can get it for maybe $2,000-3,000, and they forgive you the $7,000. We can do that for pretty much a lot. We've done cases with $400,000-500,000 of debts. We've dealt with cases with $15 million of debt, so we can still negotiate. And of course, there are options of bankruptcy, but that's not the option we're talking about here. We can also help you on second mortgages if you need help. Second mortgages, lawsuit debts, etc. Let me take another call and then I'll continue. This is Shapra, you 11, yeah?
Yeah, hi. I have a small question. Suppose
Yes,
an employee on H1 wants to join different company and applies for H1, and seems like he can start working right after he receives the receipt. But what happens if it is rejected? The H1 is rejected after 6 months. So
okay, that's it.
He can
Yeah, go ahead.
as out of status?
Okay, that's a very good question. Okay, this is the thing. Let's say you start working with company B as soon as you get the receipt, which is a normal thing that people do. If the case get denied, but company A, for example, let's say company A and company B. Company A has not revoked your H1B. You can always go back to H1B with company A. That means maintain your status. But if your company A has already revoked the H1B and they are not giving you a job back, then yeah, you will be kind of out of status once it gets denied. So that's where premium would have come very handy, but unfortunately they took it out. You could have done the case if there was premium, basically on premium, and within 3 weeks when it's approved, then move to company B. But since now there's no premium, a lot of people are taking the risk. But if it gets denied, you can always go back to company A, provided company A has maintained the H1B. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good luck to you. I don't think I have more callers, Chris, and I think we have around 10-15 minutes to go. So to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about a bunch of stuff, and including probably issues related to not only immigration, but also issues that are related to debts that many people have. When you come to America, you end up by swiping the credit card and with huge debts. We can help you probably get rid of those. And the way that debt settlement works is until we get a deal, you don't have to pay us. So the number to call for debt settlement also is 510-742-5887. And also the website to check for debt settlement is yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You are live on air.
Yeah, hi Shah. I have a question regarding H1. I processed my H1 through premium processing just before they stopped the premium processing. My H1 got approved, but my wife's H4 and H4 EAD both did not get approved yet. So is that how it is, or?
That's technically how it should have been, but then, as a matter of courtesy, during the time of Obama, they would process everything at the same time. But there's no premium for H4 or the EAD, so it's going on its normal course. So you just have to wait a little bit because it's going to take around between 60 to at least 100 days to get an approval or a denial. Okay?
Oh, for H4 also?
Yes. H4 and H4 EAD is taking that long, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, but she's safe right now. Just relax and wait for it. Okay?
Okay.
So,
yeah, thank you.
good luck to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking, of course, about debt settlement, but we're also talking about immigration at the same time. And many things, of course, are happening on the side of immigration, including people fighting basically to stay in this country, but at the same time, other people fighting to come here. So there is a conflict there, but at the end of the day, the system is there, so we need to take advantage of it. At the same time, we need to be careful. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You are live on air. Hello.
Yeah. So, hello?
Hello, you're live on air.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Hi, I have a question on the H4 EAD. I wanted to know how long it's going to be valid once it's approved, and also, do you know if Trump is going to cancel it, and if so, when would they be canceling it? Like approximate time frame. The reason I'm asking is, I want to apply for H4 EAD for my wife, but she's not ready to join work yet, so maybe another 6 months. So I'm trying to see if I should wait for 6 months or apply now.
Okay. Let me kind of answer your question. Number one, usually it's for 3 years, but at the same time, it's not. It depends on your situation. If your H1 expires before that, then you are stuck with that time, which is on the H1, or her H4 expires. It will go according to the H4 or the H1. But if you have full 3 years on your side, you are fine. Then she should get it for 3 years. Now, as for Trump canceling the H4 EAD, I don't know anymore. The truth is, I don't think he himself is going to try to do anything, but he said he's working on executive orders to work to kind of curb an H1B, so he might put it in there. But the biggest problem with H4 EAD right now is that there's a lawsuit against it, and if that lawsuit is revived and they win, there might be a block on it. But unfortunately, there's no way to tell right now. On the lawsuit, there was 180 days of great kind of timeout. So probably in the next 4 or 5 months, still good. But we don't know what will happen after that. Trump has not really mentioned anything, but Jeff Sessions has proposed that H4 EAD should be gone. So let's see what happens. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Good luck to you. You're welcome. So I won't take more callers now, Chris. I just wanted to wrap up and tell people thank you very much for listening. I say hi and thank you to everybody listening. And I wanted to let you know that anything I'm telling you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. And at the same time, I want to mention that a lot of things are happening, so be very careful out there. Whatever you're filing, don't try just to file things to be able to stay here. It might come back and really hurt you. So at the same time, if you need help or a second opinion in your case, feel free to call us at 510-742-5887. And if you owe a lot of debt, credit cards, you name it, second mortgages, we might be able to help you negotiate. Feel free to call also 510-742-5887. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll let Amit continue.